Hi, I'm Abel Tovar. I've been sober for 2 years, 3 months. I was born in Dallas, Texas. I grew up as a good child. I guess I had my parents in my life, 3 sisters and 1 brother, going to Catholic church. High school is when I got into drugs and alcohol. Once I got married at 21, things got worse, Thought having my first child was probably change things up, and for some reason, it got worse, I had gotten separated from my wife. She had enough of me. She couldn't have my kids around what was going on.
We would get mad all the time at each other, and because we didn't agree with the same things, or I didn't agree with what he was doing.
So when I got to California, I got worse out here. I ended up living in my car, got introduced into some bad people and some gang members. I had nowhere to go to. I had all my family in Texas, and I only had my wife and my kids out here.
Trying to raise the kids while he was struggling was a little bit hard. It was kind of like I was a single mom most of the time.
Just the fact of being homeless is not really what made me change or losing everything. It just, once I started feeling my heart was like, I was just lonely. I was thinking about, suicidal, things like that, I just really care about life no more. My heart was just empty. Through my wife, she told me about this ranch, and that's when I made that call and made myself out here.
The River's Edge Ranch is a 1-year live-in facility. It's a drug and alcohol recovery. We serve the unhoused population, some people coming out of jail. They go through programming, job training, different structured stuff, preparing them to exit and live a productive life. The City of Fontana just partnered with us to assist the men coming off the ranch with families. So that's really a new aspect of the River's Edge Ranch, that we're able to now provide housing for families.
Well, my wife was bringing me to the ranch. I didn't think that was gonna work. I was like, how is this gonna work in the middle of nowhere at a ranch? How is this gonna change my life? I remember pulling up, I saw all these guys coming out the house, all friendly and nice. The next day, I already felt like I was part of the brothers here, And I started connecting with my brothers because they were in the same place where I was at, in my addiction. So that made me feel comfortable here.
It's a pretty structured program. It's pretty intense. The guys get up early, 3 in the morning, 3:30, breakfast at 4. We're working on the ranch till about 9:30. We have 2 Bible studies a day, praise and worship. We're out serving the community down in Fontana. We attend church in the city of Fontana.
The whole time I was in the ranch, I had my wife and my kids come visit me. And that helped my journey a lot, make it a little bit easier. But it was hard being away from them for the whole year.
When I would visit him and I would see him at church, I didn't see the broken spirit that used to be there. I saw him becoming someone new.
I proved them by keeping my word and just changing, being a better man. And it proved me by being in my life. I thank them for that.
Once you graduate the year-long program, you're eligible to move into 3rd phase. At 3rd phase, that sober living that we offer, it's just for the men. We didn't have something for guys with families, with kids. And so through this partnership with the City of Fontana, having these new doors open, it's just been so amazing.
So the Dorsey property is a property that the city had acquired through our acquisition rehab program. And because we saw the gap that River's Edge had with that particular target, families with children, we thought that that would be a perfect fit. And we have partnered with River's Edge to property manage. They are then utilizing those who graduate the program to be able to move into that housing, to have that stability.
We have a lot more peace and time to ourselves now that we have our own place. I just feel like I can achieve my goals more, and finally be a man of my word.
I see like a big future for us. I'm going to school. My major is in psychology, and I have 2 partners. We opened a sensory salon for kids, so it's for kids that struggle with haircuts.
It's just been so amazing to see the growth and all that's happened in the last 6 years that I've been with the ranch, from our partnerships with the City of Fontana, the Dorsey Avenue apartments.
I thank the ranch, and I thank City of Fontana and God for just giving us this opportunity to start our own life, our new life. It's been great.